So that's the goal of the research. We are now starting to test the question whether stem cells can help AVF mature. We did a pilot study to assess safety and efficacy, and in a small group of patients, we are seeing promising results. So the next step will be to do a larger study and to validate our findings. This is an opportunity to improve outcomes for our patients with haemodialysis arteriovenous fistulas. Currently, approximately 40% will fail to mature or be usable at 1 year. The therapy we are testing is your own stem cells derived from fat as the treatment. So we think this can help patients have better outcomes with respect to hemodialysis fistulas. As everyone knows, patients with dialysis needs need access for the dialysis to occur to clean the blood from uremic toxins and electrolytes. So we are excited by this new therapy, and we hope that we can help our patients. Excellent question. We are testing both opportunities for delivery. We started with intraoperative delivery of stem cells, as is being tested currently in our clinical trial. This allows us to deliver them after the surgeon makes the fistula and deliver them to the site where a stenosis may form. In our future study, we are testing whether we can use these experimentally in patients with stenosis and delivering stem cells at the same time. This is ongoing research that shows in experimental animal models that the results are very promising, and we hope to bring this therapy forward in the next 2 to 3 years. I think there are several opportunities for future directions. I'll compartmentalize them into cardiovascular disease and non-cardiovascular disease. In the cardiovascular arena, we see this helping patients that are having fistulas placed. The next area of opportunity would be a bypass done in the lower extremity or in the coronary system. One could imagine a bypass graft being created and stem cells being delivered after the creation, as we're doing in the fistulas. The other opportunities would be with angioplasty in these different beds and stem cells being delivered with image-guided therapy, either ultrasound or endovascular catheter. Other non-cardiovascular diseases that are being considered would be injuries to the bile duct that lead to stenosis. So can you coat biliary stents with stem cells? Can you coat other areas such as urologic areas that become stenotic with stem cells? So each of these areas would also be a consideration. And then finally, even in the venous system, we think there's an opportunity for this. We haven't done endo AVF treatment of stenosis, but what we've done is surgically creating a fistula. That's an area that could also be explored depending on how that technology matures. If endo AVF replaces surgical creation of fistulas, then we think that this opportunity for stem cells would be one that would naturally lend itself to image-guided therapy, either at the time of endo AVF creation or right after creation, using ultrasound or endovascular catheters aimed at delivering stem cells. So that's an opportunity that needs to be explored in the future. We assess safety very carefully in our patients. We followed patients for more than 1 year. We now have an average follow-up of nearly 1 year in patients that were delivered stem cells. We're not seeing safety issues, infections, or any other sequelae of the stem cells being delivered in the OR. I think this was one of my concerns when we first started, And so we carefully followed each patient. They came back 7 to 8 times over a year period with imaging and clinical follow-up and evaluation to make sure the safety wasn't an issue. So this is an area that we need to continue to investigate in a larger trial, but currently we don't see any of that.